No time like the present. Lloyd and the others boarded the cruise ship bound for Michelin. After arriving, they made their way to the front gates of the theme park, where their client was waiting. Staffer Hanks. What a pickle. This is liable to throw off the entire morning schedule. Excuses, we're the police. We had word of a disturbance in the area. So you're the SSS. Let's see. Yes, I think you'll be a perfect fit. Perfect fit. No sizing adjustments necessary. Wait, sizing adjustments? What do you mean? No, how careless of me. My apologies. I'm sure you all know Mishi, right? No breathing soul could know more. Hard to live in Crossbow without knowing him. Does Mishi have something to do with our request? Yes, we need you to wear his skin suit. He's a sudden case of upset stomach. The plan is for him to get some medicine of St. Ursula and return to work as soon as he's able. If all goes well, we'll be back in action as early as this afternoon. Still, we need a Mishi for the morning performance. That's where you come in. Mishi stand-in? That sounds pretty fun. Alright, where do I get it changing? Yeah, I don't think so. You're too tall. On the other hand, I think your pal here with the overly serious expression would be perfect. Me? Come on, I was gonna use that kitty suit as a free pass to pick up chicks. Damn you, Lloyd. Ototo. How's that my fault? It's probably for the best, otherwise Randy would have given catfishing a whole new meaning. So, back to the matter at hand. Do you think you can do it? Well, we didn't come all this way for nothing. We'll take the job. Is something wrong, Tio? You've been very quiet. A costume actor? Upset stomach? Medicine? Oh no, Tio. Should we also tell you about Santa Claus? How about the Tooth Fairy? Tio, no need to mind me. Mishi needs us. I will make sure to contribute as actively as I can. That's the spirit, Tio taught. I don't know if I like the way she phrased that. Is she really okay? Everything settled? Good. Now if you'll just follow me to the locker room. Sure, lead the way. How do I look? Adorable, actually. Yeah, it really screams you. In what way? It's a full bodysuit, Noel. So you comfortable in there? Looks like it could get pretty toasty. Like we just had this going on with Kia. I'm sure it will, but it's not the most breathable outfit I've ever worn, to say the least. Luckily, the height is right. It feels a bit loose, though, so it's a little weird to move in. Don't sweat the small stuff. You'll be sweating enough, as it is. But man, is it gonna be worth it. Mishi fangirls fawning over you, putting your arms around them with no hang-ups. I'd have plenty of hang-ups with that, for your information. Though speaking of fangirls, where did Tio run off to? Ta-da! Tio's voice. Is that you, Tio? Yeah, she voiced that a little bit. Don't tell me my own older brother has forgotten my face. You've got to be kidding me. Isn't this character the one that likes to play hide and seek? Yes, I am Mishi's little sister, Michette. She's a selfless girl who is always looking out for a clumsy oaf of an older brother with judgmental eyes. Judgmental? Right, yeah, we met her the last time we came to the theme park. She was kinda mean. She came out to me asking if she could play the part of Michette. Technically, the regular Michette's shift doesn't start until later, so I thought, what the hell? So that's where she went. Wait, by help out, do you mean... My intention is to supervise Lloyd's Mishi routine. Rest assured, his shins will rue every blunder he makes. Ah, the brutal barfs of tough love. What an adoring little sister you have, Mishi. I just wish my shins got a say in it. Wait, shouldn't you be the one giving me action directions? Sorry, but we won't have a chance. It's almost time for Mishi to start touring his way around the park. Listen, just ask yourself, what would Mishi do? And go from there. I'm sure it will work out, probably. As for the vote of confidence, remember that at the end of your morning tour, you're scheduled to do the Mishi dance in the main plaza. That one I did prepare a manual for. Skim it and remember what you can. Lloyd and the group read the manual. Dance with passion and pizzazz. Don't forget to close the show on Mishi's signature catchphrase. Let's dance and make a wishy with Mishi. Okay, that's helpful. The catchphrase I get, but what's passion and pizzazz? To tell you the truth, we generally just leave it to the actor. For the entire history of this park, we've never even needed a written manual, until today, that is. So if you make a mistake, you make a mistake. Don't let it get you down too much. On the contrary, as the one supervising, I will not tolerate even a single error. I'm getting conflicting signals here. Whoops, it's showtime. Alright. Well, the rest of us will pass the time patrolling the park then. Break a leg, you two. The time has come to prove yourself, Lloyd. Yeah, no pressure. Let's not forget the catchphrase. Here comes our first patron. Where are you hiding? Wow, it's Mishi! Mom, Dad, look, he's really here! Wow, so he is, how about that? Settle down, sweetie, you wouldn't want to tire yourself out before we get to the attractions. Yay, it's Mishi! How would Mishi normally respond in a situation like this? Don't forget to buy a ticket. But you're basically, for this quest, you're basically just picking from a few choices, and if you pick the correct ones, you get some extra points at the end of it. So first option, what would Mishi do? Have a Mihi magical time. I will, thanks Mishi. Come on, Mom, come on, Dad, let's hurry up and go in. Did I do okay? Very much so, Lloyd. Your me-hee-hee was particularly inspired. Thanks, though I can't say it's easy to say without getting embarrassed. Me-hee-hee. You get used to it. That's surprisingly cute coming from her. Keep up the good work. Hey Noel, Wazzy. If it isn't the Special Support Section's dynamic sibling duo. Thank goodness you're here, Lloyd. I have an urgent progress report to make. Every time I take my eyes off Wazzy, he runs off to get on the rides. Oh, don't be such a cop. It's not like I'm going to burn the park down. We're still making our rounds, aren't we? What's the harm in having a little fun along the way? Well, we are cops. Not to mention on duty. Speaking of duty, you have a pair of children approaching on your 9. It's Mishi! Oh look, Michette's here too! My hide and seek skills need refining. Super kick! Ow. Wait, no! Hold on a sec, you can't just assault Mishi, why would you even do that? That's hard to read. What did nobody ever tell you kicking Mishi brings you good luck? Yeah, this seems par for the course for working, for being staff in a theme park. Everyone knows the story in his butt, that's why you gotta boot it all out. Who thought of this anyway? Do you think it works the same with Michette too? How dare you? I need to do something. How would Mishi deal with this? Let's tickle them. Let's punt the child, see how it likes it. It's Mishi's famous Mishi Gitchi Goo attack, what? Run away! That'll show him. I didn't realize playing Kick the Mascot was going to be part of this job too. No, you should have. That's been one of the park's recent fads. Well, them's the breaks. For the record, I did try to help. Did I handle okay, though? I was just making it up as I went. It was fine. What you did was far more preferable than losing your temper with them. Mishi is a kind and gentle being. Driving children away by force would have been unacceptable. Your judgment served you well, Lloyd. Thanks, I try. What name? I'm just glad they didn't end up kicking Tio too. Thanks to Lloyd's dashing rescue, of course. Perhaps we should add Sister Complex to his rapidly expanding list of proclivities. Do you mean this horrible thing? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Let's not dwell on it. This horrible, horrible fucking thing. Incidentally, my research indicated that Mishi's posterior is resistant to strikes and impacts. It hurts less than you expected, no? Hey, yeah, you're right. It's really cushioned back there. They must have put extra padding in the costume. No wonder it's so much thicker down there. Man, Mishi's got some cake. Look at the time. We should make our way to the next area, Lloyd. Remember to keep in mind how tight our morning schedule is. Right, I won't. See you later, guys. Knock him dead, Lloyd. You too, Tio. Back to sneaking on rides for me. I got a couple more choices to go. I'm sure you'll be fine. Maybe we'll find something else to occupy your mind. We still got a couple more to go. Oh, hey, guys. Nice hustle up out there, superstar. You two look like you've had a hard day at work. How would you say it's been going so far? It's a little harder than I imagined. This costume gets toasted like I wouldn't believe. Or like you wouldn't believe. Did I remind you, Lloyd, this is not a pleasant stroll we're taking around the park right now. You have to act as friendly as possible while simultaneously making the park guests feel lucky just to have seen you. Alright, I'll try my best. There's no room for error with Tio once Mishi comes into the picture, is there? Keep it up, Lloyd, or else Tio's gonna have you strung up to dry in front of the horror coaster. Oh look, it's Mishi! And Michelle just runs away. Lucky us running into him 2 steps off the Ferris wheel. You have to get a photo with him. Do you think you could take a picture for us? I'd love to. I hate when people come and ask me for pictures. I guess I'm too used to like whenever my mother has me do that, I end up having to take like a million different pictures or something like that when that happens. And then there are times where I've like taken pictures for like a tourist or something, and I've given them the picture back, like their phone back, and then as I'm walking away, I hear them, I don't like that one. Can you get someone else to take it? I'm just, you motherfucker. I hate it so much. I know I suck at taking pictures, but come on. Can you just wait until I'm out of earshot before just saying that? Stand near the man, stand near the woman, stand between them. So the correct option is stand between them. If it was Randy, he would have picked stand near the woman. Smile for the camera. Everyone ready? Say cheese. Thanks for all the help. What she said. You don't understand that feeling? Like, well, it happens for basically any woman that asks me to take a picture for her. It's never actually happened with a guy. The guy just takes the picture and it's like, no, that's fine. Every woman in my family is like, I didn't like how that one came out. Can you take another one? Just take it, please. The impartial course of action in cases like these is to stand directly between the guests. I am a little bitter. It makes me proud to see you adapting so quickly to the ways of the Michelamite. The what? Okay. I'm honored, I think. Well, as long as you have Tio with you, I think you'll be fine. Good luck, you two. We'll be keeping an eye out. Your hands have a natural shake to them? Is that like an actual condition that you have? That sucks. You have fun on your date and we'll have fun on ours. Or do you mean just when you're going to take the picture? Never asked the doc about it? Randy, I don't like what you're saying here. At least let me buy you a bell collar before you shut me down. Okay then, let's try not to let them or anyone else down. Off to the next location. That's interesting. I mean, it doesn't stop you from playing fighting games, so I can't imagine it's like terribly inconvenient. Sorry for the delay, everyone. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Mishi and Michette are going to do the Mishi dance. I guess time for improv. They're so cute. Here we go, the dance routine. Ugh, I'm starting to tense up. It should be fine. The Mishi dance is usually improvised anyway. There are some guidelines, but I'm sure you will manage if you use common sense. They gave us a manual about that before the job. If I could recall what it said, it was like dance with passion and pizzazz, whatever that meant. Oh no, it's the palm music. They're weirdly coordinated. Nah, they practice. They practice beforehand. What the hell? Mishi is love, Mishi is life. Let's dance and make merry with Mishi. The correct one is let's dance and make a wishy with Mishi. No, I guess pouring drinks might be annoying with that. Well, it's hard to hear. But I'm glad it doesn't really impact you that much beyond that. It's real fun. Also, these are like random side quests. Like, I feel like you run into stuff like this in the other games as well. Though, I don't think there is quite any that are like, now play... sorry. Now play the mascot of the theme park. Or chase after the... Actually, there are multiple quests that are similar to the chase after the swimsuit slashing penguins. It's just not usually penguins, and it's not necessarily in a beach. But this one is interesting because I feel like it's feels more modern in a way. They're bringing in like, oh, here's like the internet. We're actually introducing it. You're in a metropolitan cityscape. You're the police rather than an adventurer or a military cadet. I think it feels a lot more fresh than the others. Though then, the Cold Steel arc does introduce mechs, which I admit does give it a lot of points in my book. I'm burning up in here. How does the usual guy do this every day? Hey, Mishi, Michette. Oh, it's you, Mr. Hanks. It's a shame that the actual combat with them is kind of simplified compared to the regular fights. They're more set pieces than anything else. Good job out there, kids. You did great. Michette's been all anybody's been talking about today. The park guests couldn't get enough of her. Of me? Really? They said the whole cool and aloof shtick Michette would lapse into around Mishi. Oh. The whole cool and aloof shtick Michette would lapse into around Mishi drove them wild. Maybe this is a sign that we should sit down and rethink Michette's entire character. Fancy that. I'm happy to be of service. Have you heard back from the usual actor? You know, I never finished Xenoblade Chronicles X. I did get it. I owned a Switch, but I never got to finish the game before. Like, at one point I just sold it. I never got to finish it. I should emulate it, but I feel like that Nintendo would just destroy me for no reason. But like, I feel like there were some really weird grindy stuff and exploration stuff. It was like particularly Xenoblade Chronicles X was the game where I felt most constrained to areas in any of the other games, because I would like take 2 steps and find a monster that would aggro you from across the other side of the map. That was like 90 levels above you. I couldn't go anywhere without running into something like that. And I would still feel like I would need to actually explore the whole map before I actually got to do anything in the story. So it's like getting these conflicting messages where it's like you need to go everywhere, but also everywhere you go, something's gonna find you and just eat your ass out. Like, that felt bad for me. It was like I wanted to go places, and I just, instead of trying to find out the actual way you have to get in there, I'd just be trying to glitch over, like, cliff sides like I'm playing Skyrim on a horse. Maybe I'll come back to it another time. What I need to do now is actually just get the DLC for the newest Xenoblade. And just finish that. I mean, like, that came out like 3 days ago, or... No, a week ago, but I've been too busy with Star Rail. Yeah, there's also the next 200 hours of Trails. I figure I think we're around like 40 hours, 30 hours? The game probably has another 40 or 50 to go. I'm afraid that I may not finish it before Trails to Reverie gets localized. At least at the current pace that I'm going at. It was an honor and privilege to share the Mishi dance with you. I think it's about time we rejoin the others. Is the usual Mishi actor still not in here yet? He appears to be running late. Belch. Excuse me for that. Better in than out, eh? Sorry, better out than in. Turns out the pills I've been taking don't work unless I have them after a meal. Skip breakfast too, so I wound up wolfing down a lunch like you wouldn't believe. Anyhow, is my costume in that locker? Please stop crushing Tio's streams, Mr. Middle-aged man. What's with the looks? You ain't ever seen a professional mascot before? Come to think of it, I feel like I recognize your face from somewhere or other. Well, whatever. Hey, kid's big time. Can't have Mishi on Wonderland with no Mishi, after all. Nice work filling in for me, boyo. Yeah, ha ha ha. Whoops, what do you look at the time? Gotta get changed and prepped for the afternoon shift. I feel like this person is just like a pirate or something. Transformation complete! Star emote. Thanks again, mister. You too, little missy. You really saved my fur. You can't just leave the rest to me. Me hee hee. See you later. What a pro. His voice sounded like it shifted 3 whole octaves. That guy's the real Mishi, no doubt about it, but went out of costume. He's not even from the same universe! Well, that was something. I feel like we just uncovered one of Crossbow's dirtiest secrets. Anyway, let's go meet up with the others, shall we? I want them to comment on just like Tio not saying a word on the whole way back. Rendered speechless, struck mute. Lloyd, did something happen to Tio? She's been like that ever since we got back on the cruise ship. Oh yeah, you're right. It's like she's staring off into space, eyes empty. I believe that's what we call the look of desolation. Let's just say she's been through a lot today. Tio, are you sick? Should we take you to see a doctor? No, I will survive. I was a bit bewildered, but I believe I managed to come to terms with it. This is merely a single rung on the ladder to adulthood. Theme park trouble completed. Let me just check to make sure that we got all the points from this quest. So if we completed it correctly, answered all those questions the way we should have, we should get 4 extra points on this mission. There you go, theme park trouble, 3 plus 4. Have we gotten any new... Did I play with Maribel? I think I did. Let's do that another time. Okay, next quest should be... the next rung in the One Born Every Minute. In the Armorica Village side quest. So let's check in with Harold and Tolta in Harold's house. Excuse us, you put in a request for the special support section? Ah, hello there, SSS. I can't tell you how glad I am that you're here to help with this again. Thank you very much for coming. Was there a new development in the case? I fear the situation is more dire than we originally thought. I'd like to discuss it with you. Will that be alright? Please fill us in. Yesterday evening, I went to the Ash Tree Inn in another attempt to persuade Derek. I told him that Minith character was far too suspicious and that he had to break ties with him. In the end, Derek still refused to listen. However, I did learn something new, and so I hurried here to discuss the matter with Mr. Hayworth. Something new? Has Minith taken some form of action? Minith's grip on the village is far tighter than we had given it credit for. Would you mind elaborating? From what we learned yesterday, several villagers already trust him. Has it gone further than that? Minith has not only secured the private property on Old Armorica Road, but also the deeds to numerous plots and fields in the village itself. How? Who sold those? One question comes to mind. How was he able to pull off something that big? From what we know, Minith pitched a plan to increase Armorica's lotus production, as he puts it. By slowly accumulating the deeds to the villagers' farmlands, he could expand the lotus field and streamline their harvests. That doesn't seem slow at all, though. Management of the plots themselves would be contracted to the Quincy Company to reduce the required labor. As long as the deeds are in his hands, he can do whatever he wants with the land. That man cannot be trusted by any means. Had he solely focused on that private property of ours, even the worst case scenario wouldn't be too terrible. But now that he's using plots of land within the village, the results could be catastrophic. So, hoping to dig up dirt on him. I know there's nothing criminal happening on the surface here, but even still, can we ask you to look into this? Well, the SSS has never actually been all that beholden to CPD protocol. Our job is to support the citizens when they request it. You've given us enough reason to find Minith suspicious, so we'll gladly help. Thank you, Detective Bannings. All of you have been our village's guardian angels. Where should we begin the investigation? I'm at a bit of a loss on that myself. Me too, it's not as if we have any smoking guns to look into. Why not ask Ian for assistance? Mr. Grimwood? Okay, let's talk to the lawyer. Ian's been incredibly busy ever since the mayor advocated for independence. There's no guarantee he'll be able to see you. Only one way to find out, off to his office. Maybe we'll catch him, maybe we won't. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I mean, he was apparently there, just busy. We'll also look into it on our side. Okay, thank you. I'm trying to not read like 100% of the dialogue. because I feel like the more I do, the worse I do it. Anyway, let's go find Mr. Grimwood. No, looks like he's taking a break. Let's ruin that for him. Oh, Mr. Grimwood. We were afraid you might have been out of your office. I was just in the middle of taking a much-needed break. But it would seem you're in desperate need of counsel. Is it really that obvious? I've seen those looks on your faces coming through my door countless times by now. Please take a seat. Lloyd and the SSS explained what they learned about Minith and his actions throughout the past 24 hours. It's quite a predicament. A case such as this would typically be a top priority for me, but as you know, I'm very busy. Even just a consultation would be helpful. Very well, I'll give you any advice I can while you're here. Do you have any insight on this? There's no evidence of any wrongdoing. I do have one idea. Already? An Erebonian contact of mine once provided me with some reference material for a very similar case, but I can't say the circumstances are an exact match. Any lead helps? If you think this other case is worth mentioning, we'd be happy to hear about it. From what I recall... Oh, the detective music is here. Several years ago, a man visited the estate of an Erebonian baron. He introduced himself as Ridner, an enterprising businessman working for a famous brewing company. Ridner presented the baron with an opportunity to become rich beyond his wildest dreams, and quickly at that. He proposed that the baron's barley fields, which had been passed down the family for generations, be used to establish a brewery. The facilities would be constructed on the barony, and his family would be responsible for managing them. That was the idea, anyway. This sounds very familiar. The Baron accepted the deal and signed Ridner's contract. Then, under the pretense of constructing the brewery, the fields and a portion of the Baron's land were temporarily transferred to Ridner. Moreover, the Baron converted his assets into capital for the sake of getting the business off the ground. However, Ridner soon disappeared with both the deeds and the capital, never to be seen again. The hell? The Baron and his family panicked after suddenly losing contact with Ridner. At the time, they had no idea of the gravity of what was about to unfold. To their shock and surprise, they learned Ridner had sold the deeds to a third party. Hey, Medium Fragger, play Star Rail. I kind of finished the entire story, so if I were to swap over to Star Rail, we'd just be trying out the Forgotten Hall. Just trying to push against it. The land was to be repurposed into a villa resort. Today, it stands as part of a suburb instead. Yeah, I've been playing way more than I should have, honestly. I didn't use any of the stamina items, but I just pushed against the simulated universe and got extra experience that way. In the end, the Baron's family racked up a substantial debt. Before long, they had lost their entire territory. With that, the family was stripped of their rank and they vanished without a trace. The man conned them into giving up their property and sold it right under their noses. Who would even do such a thing? Fraud? If this case is the same, then Minith may not be a Quincy Company employee at all. He would simply be a conman trying to swindle Armorica for all they're worth. But is the contract void if he lies? I guess it depends on whether the contract is addressed to the Quincy Company or whatever, or just to him himself. There are too many parallels between that story and our case. I don't remember the exact name of the chair. It's like an IKEA desk chair. It's like I bought it like 3 years ago. Not like 3 years ago, like, must have been like 4 by now. Like, it's pretty comfy, but it's not like a specific, like, gamer chair or whatever. I've been thinking I should get a new one. But honestly, unless this one just explodes randomly, I may just I may just keep it for a few more years. Some discounted Steelcase ones. I mean, a good chair is important, particularly if you have a desk job or work from home or just spend a lot of time on the computer. You want to be comfy where you're spending most of the day. Man, I got some news recently. It looks like my workplace wants everyone to head back to the office. Particularly, well, some people have like this arrangement where they have to reserve their office to actually beforehand, and they just rotate them. They just reserve one before they go in and then come into the office because there aren't enough offices for everyone. They sold a bunch off during the COVID outbreak. But now that it's sort of quieted down, they want people to come back. And most people can come in like twice a week now, but apparently anyone that has a permanent office has to come in at least 4. And I'm one of the people that actually managed to keep their old office. I think I only kept it because it's both shared and it's kind of booty. It has no windows. So now I can't work from home anymore. Only 1 day a week. Yeah, I get to skip the commute. And actually, I don't know, I guess I kind of get more distracted at home, but I'm more comfortable as well. It's like my commute is not bad anyway, but it's just having to wake up earlier, get properly ready. When I work from home, I basically just get up from bed and immediately sit in the chair and start working. It's like I'll shower like before lunch and then eat and then come back and then just come back and sit on my office on my desk again, and that's like super comfortable. I guess I'm just lazy at this point. Fits my name. You also prefer to work from home, medium fragger? It sucks. It's like if you work in a software job, you don't really need to be in the office for any reason. They just want to see you there. There's just some manager up there that's like, I don't know, he feels secure in seeing the worker ants sitting in their desks. Okay, looks like we know what's happening with the Armorica village and this Minith character. We'll need to go to the IBC and look into Minith's plan regarding the Armorican Honey Company. It'd be a good idea to swing by the McDowell estate for that brochure too. Something in there might contradict Minith's words. That gives us a total of 2 leads to follow up on. I don't think anyone wants to go back to the office, honestly. I was even talking to one of my managers. Well, not one of my managers, rather the project lead, and he was like, do we want to like keep doing these meetings like from Microsoft Teams, or do we want to go back to the office? And basically everyone just says, can we just do it from our homes? And it's like, okay, then nobody's coming back. Got it. I was just fine with that. But the orders come from up there. I'm gonna have to actually go back. Anyway. Let's see. We gotta go to the McDowell estate. Get that brochure that they were mentioning. I don't know where it would be. Can I just like pick it up from a random table? Do you know where it is? Master Henry has been preoccupied dealing with the ramifications of the independence proposal. Over here? No? This is Ellie's room, isn't it? Oh, I guess not. Oh, here it is. This is the Quincy Company brochure I mentioned earlier. They even had the sucker bound. A bound brochure? They have ample resources to do so, considering the size of the company. The Quincy Company strives tirelessly towards its next innovation. This brochure aims to briefly introduce the methods and creeds that drive our passion. We believe the key aspect of any confectionery is its taste, otherwise how would anyone enjoy it? With this belief as a core tenet, the Quincy Company refuses to compromise on the quality of its products. Our factories are fitted with the latest equipment and operated under the utmost attention to hygiene. Here at the Quincy Company, we are particular not just about the quality of our ingredients, but where they are sourced as well. Our product development pipeline, too, is run with the strictest of standards. Where they are sourced as well. Prototypes are personally sampled by our executives, who, after many meetings, decide whether a product is worthy to go to market. Only then can they reach the product line. This has been a Quincy Company tradition since its founding, such that we may deliver our valuable customers nothing less than the finest confectionaries to enjoy. Okay, in the current case, it seems like, if anything, only a single executive happened to decide that, oh, this is some good honey, and without any meetings decided to just put the plan forward. So there's a bit of a contradiction in this commitment to excellence that has made the Quincy Company the exceptional confectionery it is today. It's all just typical corporate double talk. Did anybody manage to find a contradiction between this and something Minith said? Actually, I did notice something. You did? Oh, I get it. You just activated the old detective mode and bam, right? Oh, I was hoping to... That's only a passing remark, but it still comes into major conflict with what's written in the brochure. Enough to prove that he isn't, in fact, an employee of the Quincy Company to begin with. Where's the fun in spoiling it all now? Yeah, Wazzy actually knows what's up. This is an investigation, not some game. No, this is a detective story now. You are not allowed to give your deductions until it's time to expose the mastermind. Okay, next up was the IBC, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, okay. Wait, this is not the IBC. Let's just teleport to it. Fast travel, my beloved. Hello again, SSS. What can I do for you today? Would it be possible for you to do an account search for us, Lanfei? We're hoping to look into some suspicious Mira transfers from a certain depositor. You want me to pull up private information on one of our clients, then? Doing so is within company policy if it's related to a criminal inquiry. But would you mind telling me the details of the situation first? Not a problem. Will this be sufficiently probable cause for us to conduct a search? Fraud would damage the bank's reputation. You're correct, and this is related to a legitimate investigation. I can help, but you'll have to settle for me simply telling you what I can pull up on my terminal screen here. Oh, you're heading off, Brelis? Okay, have a good night. Thanks for dropping by. Always appreciate it. I'm thinking I might just end it in half an hour, just do a 2-hour stream instead of the usual. but still, happy to see you around. Gonna have the next stream tomorrow as well, so it should be fine. Started a bit late today anyway. We have an account, but it's kind of weird. Did you find something incriminating? I don't have the authority to tell you the exact balance on record, but I will say that the Armorican Honey Company has no more than the minimum deposit in its account. So only enough to make it look legitimate. That would leave tens of thousands of mirror unaccounted for. Despite him holding the titles to the land and signing several deals, the balance hasn't changed a single dime. It's suspicious, to say the very least. By which I mean, this account appears to have been made for the sole purpose of gaining Derek's trust. I'm glad I could be of assistance. Should you ever require anything more, please don't hesitate to ask. Man, I may have to actually start streaming one more day a week to actually get to the end of this game in time for the next one. Okay, I think that's all the clues we can get for now. Let's go back to Chief Tolta and Mr. Hayworth. Oops. It looks like Mr. Grimwood decided to join us as well. Here you all are. Did you just get back yourself, Mr. Hayworth? Yes, I've just finished asking my business associates about the matter at hand. How did things go on your end? We were able to round up a few leads thanks to Mr. Grimwood. How about you, Mr. Hayworth? I did just the same, in a manner of speaking. You see, I'm not quite sure what to make of it all. I may as well share that info with the rest of the class. I asked my business associates if the name Minith rang any bells, having never heard of it myself. What they informed me is that he's been making inquiries into a certain market since arriving in Crossbell. And what market would that be? Land prices in various locations throughout Crossbell. Land prices. Why would a Quincy Company employee even need that kind of information? Gasp. You think so? What did you find, Mr. Grimwood? You gotta get to Armorga Village as quickly as you can. Okay. They'll just show up at the 11th hour to help us nail him then. If Minith is the criminal we think he is, then his plan could very well be in its final stages as we speak. I'm confident, however, that the evidence you have on hand will be enough for you to solve the case. Best of luck, SSS. Okay guys, off to Armorga Village. It's time to reveal Minith's true colors and stop his phony deals dead in their tracks. Right. I kind of wish I could just teleport directly instead of needing to go find the car.